let's discuss one core component of service value system, which is service value chain. Service value chain. Let's discuss service value chain. If you remember this diagram, let me clear the markings. If you remember this diagram, service value chain is a core component here. We've already discussed service value chain is a collection of activities that are required to be done, activities that are expected to be executed for creating value in that instance. So it is a collection of activities. It is a collection of activities for creating value in that specific environment, that specific scenario. So now let's open this central box. Let's open this and see what's inside. There are 6 activities inside. In service value chain, there are 6 activities. In service value chain, there are 6 activities. In service value chain, there are 6 activities. Engage. Yes, go ahead.
Vishal?
Yeah.
I see that in this particular diagram and in the previous diagram, we have in the previous diagram we have a double-sided arrow, and in the
say that again. Sorry, I missed that.
Shown is having the value is given as values, output is given as input in the demand. That's what I am saying, because in the previous diagram, we cannot give the input as the value cannot be given as an input. The feedback of the value can be given as input in the demand or opportunity.
Okay.
So
I did not get your question. Can you repeat the question?
In this diagram, we can see that the feedback of the value can be given as input for the demand.
Right.
And in the previous diagram, we are using double-sided arrow. That means the same value is given as input over here.
No, that is your interpretation. The same value is given back is your interpretation. That's not the meaning of that arrow. The arrow simply says there is a give and take. There is a working together to make the value better.
Yeah, but this is not linear. This is not linear. That means not the value, but the feedback of the value.
Yes, yes.
Okay, got it.
In both diagrams, the meaning is same, but this service value chain is now expanded. The service value chain, the central part is now expanded, and all other components are now kind of faded out, hidden. Right? Okay. So this is just the central box. This central box of service value chain is this diagram.
Okay.
So, right. So this is service value chain diagram.
Now inside the value chain, what components we have?
Correct. So inside that box, we have 6 activities: plan, engage, design and transition, obtain or build, deliver and support, and improve. These 6 are service value chain activities. These 6 are service value chain activities. Remember, value is outcome. Value is outcome. And this outcome is enabled by some outputs. You remember the difference between outcome and outputs? Outputs contribute to the achievement of outcome.
Yes, outcome is the final product, whereas it consists of multiple outputs.
Correct. So products and services which are shown here are outputs.
Yes.
Right? Which enable value as outcome. Right? This clear? Right. Now there are 6 activities in this. 6 activities in this: plan, design transition, obtain or build, deliver and support, improve, and engage. I please urge you to give me 10 minutes of your undivided attention, because this is really important. If you understand this, then you are going to understand all further concepts that you will ever learn in ITIL. So let's understand the concept of this flow of value. But for that, we have to create a scenario. So let's create a scenario. You are a bank. and you have banks, IT support staff, banks employees, banks branches, right? So you're working in a bank's branch as bank employee. You're working in bank's branch as bank employee, right? So your job is, there'll be a queue in front of you at 10 o'clock in the morning when the branch opens. There'll be a queue of customers, bank's customers in front of you. They will request certain activities to be done, certain transactions to be done, which you will do using your computer, using your desktop, or using your system, right? So you come to office at 9 o'clock in the morning and you try to start the system. The system works for some time, but now it's not responding. Now it's not responding, right? What value creation scenario we are looking at? When the value will be created in this scenario? What is the value in this scenario?
Service to the customers.
In this scenario, what does that mean?
Availability.
Warranty is not there or not met.
For the branch employee, for the bank
Deliver
clerk,
and support.
for the bank clerk, what is definition of value?
Service to serve the customer with their needs.
So I should be able to do the transactions before 10 o'clock, before the queue forms in front of my desk. I am a bank clerk. I will use the system to do the financial transactions for bank customers, right? So I should be able to do my transactions. I should be able to do financial transactions using the system before the queue forms, before the first customer walks into the door. That is the value I'm looking at. Do I give a damn about definition of warranty?
No, not at all.
No.
Do I even care about your definition of service? Do I give a damn about what kind of great data center you have and great applications you have spent your life on building?
No.
I don't care. This is not working, make it work. As simple as that. That is the definition of value in this context for this customer. As simple as that. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now there is a number, there is a common number pasted on every desktop in the bank. Right? Whenever something goes wrong, whenever something is not working in IT, you call this number, right? That's how it normally works. Right? Bank clerks don't know about IT. They know that they have to call this number if something is not working. Simple. So they call that number. They call that number. Someone on the other end answers that call. Someone on the other end answers that call. I am a bank's clerk. Do I give it damn about if the call is answered by service desk agent or a CIO of the bank?
Not at all.
No.
I don't care. Help me restore this, help me make it working again so that I can do my job for the day. Right? So I call up that number and someone on the other end responds to the call. That someone on the other end asks certain questions. Oh, my apologies, sir. I'm sorry to hear that it is not working. Can you please tell me what is showing on the screen, and so on. So ask certain questions. Which activity is happening? When the call is happening, which activity is happening? Is planning being done? Is planning happening here?
No.
Which activity?
Obtain.
Engage.
Obtaining.
Engage.
Obtaining the data.
Engage and
Obtain.
The activity is called engage.
Engage.
Someone is engaging with the user to understand what is the demand. Right? Understand what is the issue. Understand what is expected out of this conversation. Understand what is expected out of this interaction. Okay? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So the engage activity is happening. And then the other person on the phone tells me, okay, sir, what we are going to do now is we are going to take a remote control of your system and we are going to try to solve your issue from here. Right? Let's try that. And the other person tries to take the remote control of my system and tries to solve the issue. Which activity is happening here?
Building.
Are you building the system at that point in time?
No, actually,
Support.
Support.
Providing support.
Support is happening. Troubleshooting is happening, right? Troubleshooting. So support activity is happening. Support activity. So engage, support. And then the other person on the call says, sir, we have tried everything, but we are unable to resolve it from here. But you don't worry, exactly for these kind of scenarios, we always have a local IT support person in all branches. What I'm going to do now is, I'm going to call that person and ensure that person visits you in the next 5 minutes. Please sit tight, do not worry, we are working on it, I'll help you with it. Then after 5 minutes, local support person, local IT support person, branch support person comes to me and says, sir, I have come to know about the issue. I will help you. Please step aside. Let me try to work on this and find out. And then the guy comes, tries to troubleshoot. And then that person realizes that the screen is not the problem. The keyboard is not responding. Tries to troubleshoot. And then the guy realizes there is no other issue, but the keyboard is not responding. Keyboard has gone faulty, gone bad. Which activity is happening? Still support, right? L2 support, L3 support, whatever. We are finding out what is wrong. Then the person says, sir, you know what? The keyboard is not working. But you don't worry. We have spare keyboards in stock for the system. Let me go and get the keyboard for you. Let me go and obtain the keyboard for you, and we will replace it immediately. Which activity is happening? Obtain. Obtain. You are getting a new keyboard. Then the guy brings a keyboard, delivers it to me, replaces the keyboard, and tries if it is working. Which activity is happening? Deliver. Service component is being delivered. And when the person replaces the keyboard, then says, okay, sir, now it should be working. I have tested it. Can you please test one more time? And tell me if you have any other issue. Which activity is happening? Improve. No.
Transition.
Support.
Engage is happening. You are asking the user if anything else needs to be done. Understanding the demand again, right? And when the user says, oh, thank you very much. Now all the transactions are happening fine. Now I'll be able to serve the first person who will walk through that door. Is the value created? Is the value created? The user says, yes, I'm happy now. Now I can continue with my work. Come on.
Yes, it is.
Yes, the value is created. So to create value in this scenario, what was the sequence of activities?
So demand,
Engage.
Engage,
Demand is not the
support,
activity, by the way. Demand is trigger.
engage, support,
Engage, support,
obtain, deliver.
Obtain,
obtain,
support,
and deliver.
deliver,
Value.
engage, and then value.
Value.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. This is the sequence of activities in this scenario for this unique scenario to create value. Clear so far?
Yes, sir.
How many activities we have used? Not how many times, huh? How many activities we have
Four.
used?
three.
Three activities: engage, obtain or build, deliver and support. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did we use design and transition in this context?
No.
No.
No. Did we use plan in this scenario?
No.
No.
Did we use improve in this scenario?
No.
No. We use these three activities. Did we use any activity multiple times?
Yes.
Yes.
We use one activity more than once, right?
Engage and support.
Very good. Very good. So this is a flow of activities. This is a flow of activities for creating value in this scenario. Is this clear?
Yeah.
This flow is for this scenario. If the value creation scenario changes, will the activities flow change?
Yes.
Yes. What should we call this flow of activities?
Value stream.
Value stream, flow stream. Stream ultimately goes towards the ocean. So any stream ultimately should reach towards. Come on.
Outcome value.
What outcome? Value.
Value.
Correct? Okay. Let's take another scenario. You work with a large organization, and this say a bank. Let's say you work with a bank. Let's continue with that example. And your CEO says, hey, you know what? We have very little presence in Africa. So we are going to hire 1,000 more people in Africa. We are going to open 50 more branches in Africa. Make sure that everything is in place for those 50 branches, for those 1,000 people we are going to hire. Who takes this decision in a business?
CEO.
The CEO.
Right? CEO will call service desk to inform about this.
No.
No. CEO will call CIO. Hey, we are going to hire 1,000 people. Make sure everything is in place. Right? So CIO says, okay, sir, I will get it done. Can you please tell me location-wise plan? In which country, how many people? What activity is happening?
Plan.
Improve.
Engage.
CIO is probing the CEO for getting more requirement. Right?
Engage.
What is the demand? We have to understand what is the demand. Engage. Right? So CIO gets all the requirement and brings it to the steering committee or planning board or whatever, her 4 or 5 top guys, and they come in a room, and now they are saying, okay, we need to have 1,000 laptops and we need to have 1,000 licenses, but these 1,000 laptops will have to be distributed in these. What is happening here?
Planning.
Very good.
Designing.
Planning. Then these guys will design a Google form for everyone to fill in their details so the laptops can be shipped at that location. Which activity is happening here?
Design and transition.
Designing a Google form.
Design and transition.
Then these guys will tell vendors, hey, I need those 1,000 laptops delivered to me next week. Which activity is happening?
Obtain.
Right? Then these 1,000 laptops will be practically delivered to the individuals.
Deliver and support. Deliver and support.
Can I ask something?
Can you please complete this?
No, just for clarification, actually, when after design and transition, when I'm asking vendor whether I'm engaging with him.
Possible. So if you are giving a new requirement and the requirement probing is happening, then you can call it engage. Possible.
Yes, that should
actual obtaining of the laptops can be obtained. Possible. So my flow is like this. Your flow can look a bit different. It is very much possible. Okay. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now deliver and support. And then once those 1,000 laptops are delivered to those 1,000 newly joined employees and they are able to work properly, what has happened?
Value creation.
Value creation.
Value is created through those 1,000 laptops and 1,000 licenses and so on. In this scenario, how many activities did we use?
6.
5.
5.
4.
Five. Right.
We did not use improve, but we used everything else. So 5 activities. Did we use any activity multiple times?
No.
Did we use all activities?
No.
What is important? What activities do we use, or the ultimate benefit, ultimate value?
Ultimate value.
Ultimate value, which is 1,000 people able to work with the new laptops and licenses and everything. Right?
Yes.
In this scenario, this is the flow. What do we call this flow?
Value stream.
Value stream. If this value creation scenario, if the value creation demand changes, will the value stream change?
Yes.
Right? This is called value stream. Remember, all 6 activities together is a template. This diagram that you see on the screen is template, is a model for value creation. 6 activities, product, services, value, demand. What do we call this? model. What do we call
Service
this model?
value chain. Service value chain.
Chain. And how do we construct a value stream using the activities in service value chain?
Yes.
How do we do that? By finding out in this value creation scenario, what activities and in what sequence are expected to be done. Clear? Understood the difference between value stream and service value chain?
Yes.
Right? How many service value chains will there be in the organization?
One.
Only one. How many value streams will there be in the organization?
Many.
Multiple.
As many value creation scenarios as you can have. If you have 1,000 value creation scenarios, you can have 1,000 value streams. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's bring it back to the things that we already know. This is a new concept. Let's bring it back to the environment that we already know. Remember the first scenario, first value creation scenario. My desktop was not working. I am a branch clerk, right? Okay. I pick up that number. I pick up the phone and dial that number. Someone on the other end answers the call, right?
Yes.
Which activity is happening?
Engage.
Which practice is involved in this activity?
Service management.
Service management.
There are 34 practices in service management. One of the practices is called service desk.
Right.
The call landed at service desk, right? So which activity is happening?
Engage.
Which practice is involved in this activity?
Service desk.
Service desk.
Right. Remember the second example? CEO was saying 1,000 people we are going to hire.
Yes.
A CIO is asking CEO about the requirement. Which activity is happening?
Engage.
Which practice is happening? Which practice is involved? There is a practice called
project management.
Practice called BRM, Business Relationship Management.
Business.
We are getting the requirement from the business, developing relationships. In planning, deciding how do we get those 1,000 laptops together. Which activity is happening?
Planning.
Project management. This is a project. There is a deadline to get 1,000 laptops delivered, right? So that will be considered as a project and it will be a project management practice. Okay, back to core discussion. So in the first example, activity was engaged, but the call landed at service desk. So which practice was doing this activity?
Service desk.
Service desk. Then someone tried to take a remote control of the desktop and tried to support, right?
Deliver and
Support.
Which activity is happening?
Remote support.
Support. Which practice was involved in this activity?
Service desk. Service management.
Come on, simple.
Troubleshooting.
Incident management.
Incident management practice. Do you have incident management practice in your organization?
Actually, yes.
Do they do L1, L2 support?
No.
Yes.
Incident management, L1, L2, L3 support.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So incident management practice is happening. And so on. You got the point? The activity and the practice which will do this activity will vary based on the value creation scenario.
Yes.
Are we clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. So how many value streams can you construct?
As many as possible.
Infinite. As many scenarios you can think of, right? And when you think of a scenario, you build value stream, but only value stream is of no use. You have to do value stream mapping. What is value stream mapping? Come on, you know it already.
That maps the demand to a value.
Which actually which department is involved in doing this activity? Activities engaged. Okay. Which team is doing this? Service desk team is doing this. Okay. Activities support. Which team is doing this? Oh, there are 3 teams that do this. Okay. Then one team does this efficiently, but the other 2 teams sit on their ticket. Where is the delay happening? The delay is happening in deliver and support activity. caused by incident management practice. Value stream mapping. You map it to the real life.
Yes.
So mapping
Value stream
between
is
the
logical flow.
activities.
Sorry, go ahead, Ravi.
No, the mapping between the activities and practices is called value stream mapping.
Not only practices to the real organization. It could have practices, it could have people, it could have vendors, because sometimes the activity is dependent on the vendors also.
Okay.
The different teams involved in the stream, right?
Yes. Let's say different stakeholders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you are obtaining 1,000 laptops and the vendor does not deliver on time. So the delay is happening from
Vendor.
side. So that's a bottleneck. When you do mapping, you are able to identify bottlenecks. And when you do mapping, when you identify bottlenecks, you can improve it.
Yes.
So this is the real benefit of value stream. We can improve the overall service delivery. At every point, you will have dependencies. Oh, this team is involved in doing this, but this team never responds. Okay, let's work on making it more efficient so that the entire value stream can be improved, so that the service value delivery, value co-creation can be improved. Getting this point?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Any questions, any queries on this one, please?
So why is it called a value co-creation? So co-creation means, is it also created or added by the consumer or customer as well? Why do we call it as co-creation?
Without our ability to work with the customer, we will not be able to sustain value creation. So earlier, good point. Earlier in ITIL V3, the word used was value delivery. Service. The ITIL V3 definition is service is the means of delivering value to customer by facilitating outcome customer want to achieve without ownership of specific risk and cost. This is ITIL V3 definition. This definition is modified slightly in ITIL 4 by saying service is a means of co-creating value. Why co-creating value? Because in a complex environment that we operate in today, if we do not engage with the customer to understand ever-changing needs, ever-changing perceptions, the value we create in one instance may not be relevant tomorrow, may not be relevant in the next instance. Hence, we have to continuously work with customer. Hence, value co-creation. Make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Any questions on value stream and service value chain? Key point. This is a key point.
Value stream, this value stream mapping, whether escalation matrix will be an important point in value stream mapping to render.
Which matrix?
Escalation matrix. Suppose a particular stakeholder who is involved.
Possible. So if you want to improve efficiency, you can say, hey, this person is busy. If this person is not able to do this activity in 3 days, please escalate to the next person so that we can do this activity faster.
Yeah.
So that is a way to improve efficiency in the value stream. Okay, questions, come on. Value stream is a sentence. Service value chain is a dictionary. Service value chain is a dictionary.
Yes,
Right. You take words from the dictionary to construct a sentence. Each service value stream, each value stream is a sentence. Can you use multiple words? Can you use one word in multiple times in a sentence?
Yes.
Do you have to use all the words in the dictionary in a sentence?
No.
What is important then?
Windows a sentence.
No. What is important is what you are trying to say. The meaning is important.
Yes.
Right. Can we use two different sentences constructed using two different set of words to convey the same meaning?
Yes.
Yes. So it is possible to have two separate value streams, two different value streams to aim at a common value realization.
Common value.
One organization may do it in this way, another organization may do it in slightly different way, but the value creation is same.
Whether risk and cost are involved here in value stream
Yes.
support.
Very much.
Because I'm ultimately I'm doing different scenario through different scenarios. I'm doing two different value streams. So for two different value streams, cost and risk would be also different, right?
Yes. So we'll
So
go with
this is
lower. So normally this is used, what you are saying is used in service design. So you are looking at support model, you build 10 different value streams, out of which you zero in on one support model, one value stream, which has the lowest risk and lowest cost.
yes.
Right? Yeah. Good. Come on. Any more points? This is the key point. Service value chain is a mainstay, is a core of ITIL 4. Service value system and service value chain and value stream is a core of ITIL 4.
And this is the most interesting session also.
ITIL V3 was focused on processes. ITIL V2 was focused on processes. There were 10 processes and one function. In ITIL V3, we said service lifecycle is important. Anyone coming in from ITIL V3 would remember service strategy, service design, service transition, service operations, and continual service improvement. In ITIL 4, we are saying services are important, processes are important, but what is more important is creating a value, and anything it takes to create a value will have to be considered first, and anything which supports it is secondary. Engage is important. Which practice is involved in engage will depend on the scenario you are discussing. Customer don't give a damn about if the service desk or CIO or whoever is understanding your demands. Is this point clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Vishal, can we say V3 Foundation focused on managed services model and V4 is focusing on outcome-based model?
Okay. Is this based on outcome-based model? Definitely yes. So the answer for ITIL 4 is yes, it is outcome-based model. But I'm not really convinced about the first half of the statement that ITIL V3 was based on managed services model or not, because I practically have implemented and I have seen many implementations of ITIL V3 in internal service delivery environment also. So not really sure about the first part of the sentence. But is this outcome based? Yes, this is outcome focused delivery model.
Okay, Vishal.
Right. Okay, questions, queries, come on. Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, which activities do we have? How many activities do we have in service value chain?
6.
6 activities. What are those? Plan, design transition, obtain or build, deliver and support, improve, and engage. What is the sequence of these activities?
It can be anything.
Depends.
Can be
No sequence.
depending on, yeah.
Yes.
Depending on the scenario, you define the sequence. But there is no standard sequence. There is no number 1 and number 2 and number 3 and number 6 activity. No. Right? This is just a list of activities. So let's see, what do we do in each activity? What is the meaning of each activity? Engage means understanding requirement from the customer. Plan means planning for certain outcome. Design transition means designing the services.
What is planned?
Obtain build. Deliver support, delivering services, supporting services. And improving means making it better every day. So let's see the description, formal description. Plan. The purpose of plan value chain activity is to ensure that the shared understanding of the vision, current status. Guys, I'm muting everyone just for the convenience, but please feel free to unmute because I heard some disturbance. Okay. The purpose of plan value chain activity is to ensure a shared understanding of the vision. Shared means everyone is on the same page. Planning's outcome is that. Planning's objective is that. Everyone should be on the same page. Understanding of the vision, current status, and improvement direction. You understand where we are going towards. You understand where we are now, and you understand what is the direction to walk. So understanding of the vision, current status, and improvement directions for All four dimensions. All four dimensions means people, processes, products, partners. All four dimensions. All products and all services across the organization. Anywhere you are trying to understand the vision, the direction, or the current status, anywhere you are trying to plan, be on the same page, plan activity is involved. The purpose of plan value chain activity is to ensure a shared understanding of the vision, current status, and improvement direction for all four dimensions and all products and services across the organization. Improve. The purpose of improve value chain activity is to ensure continual improvement of products, services, and practices across all value chain activities and all dimensions of service management. Continual improvement of everything, everywhere, at all times is improve. The purpose of improve value chain activity. Engage. The purpose of engage value chain activity is to provide good understanding of stakeholder needs, transparency, and continual engagement and good relationship with all stakeholders. Good understanding of stakeholder needs, transparency, and continual engagement and good relationship with all stakeholders. Objective of engage value chain activity. You can do engage activity through any practice. You can use service desk, you can do service level management, you can do business relationship management, and so on. Design and transition. The purpose of design and transition value chain activity is to ensure products and services continually meet stakeholder expectations for quality, cost, and time to market. These are the three main design parameters, three important design parameters. Whatever you are designing is of expected quality, is of expected cost, and is available at the expected time. So the purpose of design and transition value chain activity is to ensure that products and services continually meet stakeholder expectations for cost, quality, and time to market. Okay. Obtain or build. The purpose of obtain or build value chain activity is to ensure that service components. Now we are not talking about products or services, service components, because whatever you obtain from outside will act as a component of the service that you are going to deliver. Keyboard, component, service component. The purpose of obtain or build value chain activity is to ensure that service components are available when and where they are needed and they meet agreed specifications. These specifications are agreed where, in which activity? Agreed specifications. These specifications are agreed where?
And design.
In design and transition, correct. The specifications are already agreed. So the purpose of obtain and build value chain activity, obtain or build value chain activity is to ensure that service components are available when and where they are needed and they meet agreed specifications. Deliver and support. The purpose of deliver and support value chain activity is to ensure that services are delivered and supported according to agreed specifications and stakeholder expectations. According to agreed specifications and stakeholder expectations. Agreed specifications and stakeholder expectations.